night. I thought I'd hop on here before I crash out for the day. Um, Supposed to be a meteor shower tonight. I don't know. I seen a huge fallen star earlier. I guess that had something to do with that. Let's hope the big one doesn't hit, right? But yeah, we made it to Baston. Uh, I'm gonna keep doing that. Keep doing that. Made it here. Got to deliver in the morning, so that's what's up with that. While a few people come filing in, I was remind everybody check out the MUDFLAP app in the description below. You gotta connect that MUDFLAP app to your own personal credit card or debit card. It doesn't work with like a fleet card. It's got to be like a credit or debit card. So, but definitely some fuel savings. Definitely some fuel savings. I'm gonna grab fuel with it on my way out of this area tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's up with that. What's everybody doing tonight? I'm in Boston. Third live show of the day. Yes. If your favorite YouTuber says something along the lines of like, "Oh, I didn't have time to do a live show," or if they say, "Oh, blah blah blah," you just tell them you don't love me as much as Cash loves me. You rub it in on them. You give them a guilt trip. Tell them Cash does 3 lives a day, and I also drove 600 miles a day. Also, I had a pretty decent day. Drove 600 miles on a diet. Got that done. Drove 720 miles yesterday. I'm talking about making money. We making money. Um, Something like that. Something like that. Those numbers sound right. Ugh. Probably won't be on here long. I don't want y'all to sit around and watch me yawn. And I'm not willing to do any more caffeine, but yeah, 3 live shows in one day. Your favorite YouTuber won't do that for you, and that's why maybe you should consider me your favorite YouTuber. Just saying. Let me throw every other YouTuber under the bus. Because they're not working as hard as I am. I'm the hardest working man on YouTube. I got to be honest with you. Since James Brown died, I'm probably the hardest working man in entertainment. Ryan Seacrest has fell off a little bit here lately, so Steve Harvey's barely even doing anything these days. I'm pretty sure I'm the hardest working man. Let's see where we at. Rick N is in the house. Thanks for coming in, Rick. Rick's always in the house, loving life. Thank you for being here, Rick. Freight trucking. What's up, brother? Uh, let's see. They slapping fives. Freight trucking said being held hostage by Capstone Logistics yet again. Yeah, those Capstone Logistics guys, man, they got they need a good talking to. They need a real good talking to is what they need. Lone Star Transport, good evening. Good to see you're still awake and being productive. I don't know. It feels like what is it? It's 9:30 my time. I guess that's right. That sounds about right. 9:30 my time. Um, so yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Let's see. Good evening. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Freight. I'm doing pretty good. 2 beers down at home. Yeah. Need me a Sam Adams and a freaking bowl of chowder over here. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Larry Legend? Not much. This is the third live show today from downtown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nothing but net. Nothing but net. Had to go bird style on them. I'm in Boston. This is the 3 of the day from downtown, man. It lines up like, like a freaking perfect. So you got to go for it. When you get to be Larry Bird in Boston, you know what I mean? Like the dude could probably the dude could do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? He could like trash his hotel room and they would say thank you. You got it. You're legendary. Spartan, Yo Cash. Hey man, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Just thought I would, wanted to go for 3 today, so I figured I'd hop on. I got a whole lot of energy left for you. But, you know, let's face it, ain't no other YouTuber giving you 3 lives in one day, putting in the work, hardest working man in show business right here. You know, since I can honestly say that since James Brown passed away, because, yeah, like I said, Ryan Seacrest, he ain't doing nothing. And Steve Harvey, he's you know, he's in his golden years. He's falling off. So I'm the hardest working man. You know what I mean? Whose leg do I got to dry hump to get this channel off the ground? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. DIY Semi says, you look tired. Yeah, man, I'm killing it today. For those old YouTubers that get on here and say, oh, I had to work today, I couldn't do a live show. You remind them Cash drives 600 miles a day and does 3 live shows. You know what I mean? Like, I swear to God. I'm like, this channel should be way farther along than it is. You know, if I didn't have to drive all these 600 miles a day, I could be on here for like all the time. Lone Star Transport is not really productive at this point. Just parked for the night, about a mile from pickup in the morning. All right, that's the way to stay on point. I am in my customer's parking lot right now, and there's like an apartment building back here, and somebody is standing out here staring at me. Possibly a hooker. I don't know. I'll flip it around and let you see what's going on here. Um, I don't know if she was like looking for somebody or what was going on over there. Not sure what she was doing. She looks drunk and lost. See, I'm drunk and lost. Can someone tell me where I live? Yeah, she made it inside. That's all you really need, right? Just get in the house. Go pass out. When I was Ubering, I took a guy to an apartment building and I was like, is this the place? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, why don't you go in the lobby and look and see if it looks like your apartment building? And when he went in the lobby, I ended the trip and I drove off. And I was like, he ain't my problem no more. He's inside. He ain't going to freeze to death. You know. So, yeah. That's how I used to Uber them. You're not my problem. Once you get out of my car, you're not getting back in my car unless, you know, we start a new trip and, you know, like you sober up. Drove a lot of drunk people to a lot of places. Yeah, I got some Uber stories. I drove a lady to her house one time and she didn't think it was her own house. She was sitting in her own driveway and she was so drunk she wouldn't get out of the car because she thought I took her to the wrong house. Um, it was rough. It was rough. She got out of the car and I was like, it was like Minnesota, you know, and it was like middle of winter, so it was like 2 degrees outside. And I thought to myself, so I'm gonna make sure she actually gets in the door, you know, because I don't want her to like freeze to death on someone's lawn, you know. And it took her about 15 tries to get that code for the garage punched in. She was do 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 do. Oh, do 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 do. And I was like, at this point, man, I'm like, I just want to get out of here. Cause she argued with me about nothing the whole way there. I didn't even say anything. She was back there like arguing and screaming at me for no reason. And you know, I thought about turning around and start telling her because I did tell a few people, you know, like I'm not contractually obligated to take you anywhere. I'll put you out on the side of the interstate if I want to. It's my car. So you better act right and shut up or I'll put you out right here on the freeway. I had to read that. I had to read a few people the rights when I was Ubering like that. Some people don't get it. They think because they pay you $12, they like own you. And I'm like, no, buddy, I'll put you out on the interstate, on the side of the interstate, and you can call another Uber from there. Because this is my car. I own this possession, and I'm a free person. You know, I'm a free human being. I can do what I want to. And, you know, had to read the rights of a few people. But that lady was annoying as hell. She was back there like, I don't know. She said something, and I was like, I think it was a certain direction we went. She was like, this ain't the way to go. And I'm like, okay, lady, I'm just following what Google's telling me, you know, like, do you own billions and dollars of satellites and have research and development? Because Google does. You don't, but Google does. So, yeah. Oh, no, my chicken fell. Hang on, let me put my chicken back in the fridge. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Bought some chicken strips for lunch tomorrow. That's refreshing. That's refreshing. But yeah, I thought about doing some videos. Kangaroo Trucker, I told him a few of my Uber stories. He said I should do a video about Uber stories. I'm like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, I look tired for sure. Productive. Night Ranger, his hair and makeup person is off today. Yeah. No, I look tired because I am tired. Um, that's not the easiest ride coming across there, you know, like Pennsylvania roads beat the hell out of you. Ugh. Give me a good night's sleep tonight. We'll be all refreshed. Deliver these 12 cases I've got on the truck. Yeah, I got 12 whole cases I got to deliver in the morning. So, let's see where we're at. Freight trucking, and you're not kicking any of us out. Nah, I'm here for the duration. DIY semi in the house. Everybody check out DIY semi, even though he says I look tired. Thanks for the compliment. I was thinking I looked young and youthful, but I guess tired is the look these days, you know. Um, oh, man. Good job on the live today, DIY. Appreciated that. I'm gonna go back and watch it in the morning, probably. I missed about 5 minutes of it there in the middle. I got a light out. I was working on a light. I'm not gonna deal with that light tonight, though. That light can get dealt with tomorrow. It's in the wiring. I still can't find my stupid light tester. I mean, like, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to deal with it tonight. I'll get up and deal with it tomorrow. At some point tomorrow, there will be time to deal with it. I mean, I got a brand new light, so you know, if I can figure out the wiring, the light that's on there is probably good. You know, it's a little bit of a wiring issue. I would say it's probably a frayed wire somewhere, if I had to guess. You know, something like that. All right, we're back from the spinny wheel. Let's see here. Where was we at? Um, DIY says you gonna get that interview tonight. No, I wanna remain very low key here where I'm at, because I don't think they want semis parking here. Honestly, it's not like you know, I snuck in real quiet, like got backed up out of the way, and I think I'm cool for like in the morning. I think I can deliver, but I don't, you know, with this looks like some high end living over here at these apartments. So I don't want to, you know, cause a big stink and have to, you know, like idle the truck or be hollering at people or anything, you know. Don't want the police showing up and telling me to get the out of here, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm cool where I'm at. You know, nice little parking spot, quiet, you know. Um, good spot to be at a customer, you know, first thing in the morning already here. But yeah, I'm gonna lay low. Um, Rick Ian says, from a viewer's point of view, people like three big things: people's income, road vlogs with commentary, and showing pre-trips and how-tos. Yeah, and girls in stretch pants and booty shorts. That's what they really like. Let's be honest. You know, like, I put that Cash Dash in the thumbnail, boy, they come a running for it. So that's kind of how it is. Let me see if I liked my own video. Did I like my own video? No. There you go. Give myself a like. Let's see. Freight trucking. You must have picked up my ex-wife. There you go. DIY says, don't drink too much water. You will wet the bed. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't wetted a bed in a while, so I'm willing to chance it. Trucker Wild TV, what's up, man? I'm up here in Boston. I'm in Boston. I really give it to you guys that drive in the Northeast. Even on a freaking Sunday night, these people can't merge. I mean, like, they come off a ramp at 41 miles an hour and expect you to slow down for them. Oh boy, do they got another thing coming. I'm sorry, I don't slow down for mergy vehicles, unless they're like scaring me, like at the front of the truck, and I think they might pull out in front of me. I slow down, but for the most part, I ride. I ride. Let them deal with it. Thanks for coming in, Trucker Wild. Everybody, Trucker Wild TV has a channel. Check him out. Go over there. Go over there and give him a shot. Give him a shot. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. I subscribe to a lot of channels, and like he's one of them I actually do watch. So that says something. It's entertaining. It's got to be entertaining. Or I ain't gonna watch it. But I mean, I subscribe to a lot of trucking channels just because I try to help them out. A lot of them are like, it's hard to get subscribers. So I like subscribing. Oh, the reefer unit kicked on. It's actually kind of warm here. It's 44 degrees here. Yeah, so I'm a little surprised. DIY says I'm judging from my comfy recliner chair. Yeah, there you go. Living life. Semi-retired. I mean, like, you're home all the time. I didn't think truck drivers went home. Is that a thing? It smells in the cab. My cab? Probably. I need to air this joker out a little bit, I guess. Nutmeg Donkey. Nice name. Give me a chuckle. Parked at the shipper in Boston. The good Lord blessed you tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I did my research, man. I snuck on in here. Not a lot of great parking spots in this area, so like a ninja, I sliced in here. Did a little maneuvering, a little pulling up, backing up, got myself out of the way over here on the side lot. I just hope that reefer unit don't bother the high end neighbors over here. They be, oh, what is that noise? It's a pretty quiet reefer, and there's a pine tree between like right here beside the truck. There's like a row of giant pine trees, so I'm hoping that kind of buffers the noise, and I mean, let's be honest, they're probably a good the first apartment's probably, I don't know, they're a good ways away. I would hope they've got good windows. Oh yeah, that third live's catching up with me. Everybody want to tune in and watch me yawn all day? Freight Chicken says, dumb question from a company driver. And then no such thing, man. Let me have it. Should I put all my living expenses into my rate per mile? No, you should have a, I don't know. You kind of need you need to know what your home expenses are, obviously, and then figure up a good amount of miles that you're going to run every month, like 8,000-9,000 miles, and then just kind of divide it up. And yeah, you would know, hey, I need to make this much. This much money needs to make it to the house every week. That's kind of how I do it. I've got a set cost that kind of, I just pay myself a certain amount out of the business every week, that kind of helps keep things in check at the house. Of course, with Christmas time coming on and profits being up, I kind of been paying out a little bit more to myself, because it's just buying more presents for people and the kids and stuff. It's basically what it's going to. I mean, things are cheap at the house other than rent. I pay a lot of rent, but cell phone bills are reasonable. Utilities are very cheap. Both cars are owned, outright. No bills on the cars. Insurance is pretty cheap. My car sits at the yard all month, so my car costs the state minimum to insure. I just keep liability on my car. And yeah, so other than rent, sorry, there's a rabbit over here I keep seeing. Distraction, shiny nickels. But yeah, that's how I do it. I just get a certain amount, I pay myself out like a minimum, like a salary. But there's different ways of doing that. Freight trucking DIY says no, don't do it. Don't do it. um, like you need to pay yourself. You got to pay yourself. So it depends on how you want to figure it up. If you want to flat rate it every week, like if you're talking about you need to have your business expenses and your personal expenses separate. You don't want to pay your electric bill, you know, out of the company, out of the business account. You want to separate those things. So as far as that goes, you know, you you shouldn't have your. I guess I'll say it like this: you shouldn't have your living expenses in your rate per mile, but you should have what you pay yourself in there. Like I know, I pay myself X amount like per week. On a 3,000 mile week, it's a little less per mile, but on a 2,000 mile week, it's a little more per mile, so it kind of evens out over the month. Um, Sergeant Ringo, what's going down? Not much. Gonna check out of here in a minute. Just thought I'd hop on. Third live show of the day. For those YouTubers that aren't doing 3 live shows a day, they don't love you like Uncle Cash does. Just remember. Uh, hit that like button for me if you could. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Um, let's see. Everyone, poke the like button. Yeah, get after it. Ace in the house with a $2 super chat. Everybody checking out. Thanks, Ace. Appreciate it. I don't know why I said everybody checking out. I mean everybody check it out. Yeah, poke that like button for sure. Lone Star says, if someone bothers you about parking there, just offer them some of those free leftover egg whites. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I still got those, man. I've been eating on them a little bit, but they're not going away quick, I'll just tell you. Of course, they say on there if you keep them refrigerated, they're good till February. So, you know, good till February, man. Um, yeah, talking about finances, and I missed it. Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about, kind of how you figure up your home expenses. That's kind of the big thing. It's a big thing. Let's see, where's we at? Mr. Kane says, Cash, when you are booking a dry van load in a reefer, are there any load boards you any loads you can't take due to width and height? Yeah, it'll say on the load board. Most of them will say van or reefer. It'll have a VR. If it's a van only, most of the time it'll say van only, no reefers. So they put most of that. They put most of that out there when they book them. The only thing, I've had a couple loads that I could not get because of having a reefer. Let's see. One of them was like these giant rolls of uh, like mesh filter. Like in a, I don't know, like a house heating unit. You know how some of them have those, like, they're like plastic, but it's like woven plastic. It's like all these different layers of woven plastic. Um, I had some giant rolls of that one time that I couldn't pick up because they were too wide to fit in the trailer. So they wanted a dry van. But I mean, it was one of those things. I just had to talk it out with the broker, and the broker was like, yeah, they had to call, make sure, so it's not like I showed up and they couldn't do it. And another thing that they really don't like loading in reefers is rolls of paper, like the giant rolls of paper for like newspaper and stuff like that. They don't like loading that stuff because the edges being smooth is really important for it like to come off the roll without tearing. And newspapers hate it when the paper tears. They want that whole roll to come off without tearing. So they don't like putting it in a grooved floor, because the reefer floor's got the little grooves in it. They don't like setting those on that because if it slides or moves any, it can like mess up the corners of the end of the roll. They don't like that. But other than that, man, I've had no problems. Most of the time, if it's on a pallet, they'll put it on there because the pallet, is if you put it in a dry van, there's usually room in between the wall and the pallet. So yeah, I don't have a lot of problem with that. Ace says I'm gonna have to catch the rest on replay. Yeah, I'm about to give it up. I'm getting tired. I'm already tired. What am I saying? Ricky, do factor in replacement of your truck. Yeah, that's got to be for sure. Like if you're making payments, you really, I don't know. It's like if you're making payments and you're cool with making payments, you really don't have to factor in the replacement of the truck as long as you are pretty confident that truck's going to make it past the payments. Because basically, you can use the truck you're in as the down payment on your next truck and just finance the next truck. And if you paid off a truck and you got a title in your hand, it's much easier to get financing on the next truck. So, unless you're riding around in a cash truck. Now, if you buy a truck cash, yeah, you need to be putting something back to replace that truck, and you need to pay yourself back for to me, there's no such thing as a truck without any kind of payment. Whether you're paying yourself back, whether you're saving up to buy the next one, or you're just making payments to the bank or the finance company, whoever, you're always paying for the truck going down the road. Let's see. Ace says, is it better to pay yourself as an employee or as an owner? I don't know. That's something my CPA would tell me to do. She knows how to do it. I'm not a fan of tweaking tax questions like that. Trying to get nitpicky with it because everybody's so different. The way the reason I do it, like, I don't pay myself separately as from an entity to an employee or an entity to an owner. I'm just saying, I have a business account, and every week I take money out of it and I put it in a personal account to pay personal bills. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it. But that's just to keep it separated and keep some you got to keep the business mindset. And if you're co-mingling all that money, it gets confusing, and you typically spend more in your personal life if you do it that way. So, let's see. Ace says, "Don't worry about that last question. I'll ask it on the next live." Yeah. It's a fair question. Let's see. Get some rest, Cash. We need you, beautiful, like always. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Mark M in the house. What's going on, Mark? How you doing out there? How you doing? We're doing the Larry Bird third live show of the day. The third from downtown Boston. I gotta deliver here in Boston in the morning. So I figured I'd sneak in here and park at this customer, on the back side of the lot over here. Luckily no one's around. It's supposed to be a meteor shower tonight. I don't know if anybody's going to go outside and look at that, but I seen a huge falling star. I guess it was a meteor when I was coming into Boston. I was like, holy crap, that thing was huge. It streaked a long way down through the sky. So that one might have made it to the earth. That rock might have made it all the way through. So everybody look up at the sky tonight a little bit, try to see if you can see a meteor shower. Before you do that, hit the like button, though. I would appreciate that. Give me them likes. Third live show of the day, the hardest working man on YouTube, as I like to say. I just recently crowned myself that title. So, Mark says, hey man, I'm doing all right. Just say a little prayer for my truck. It's in the shop for engine work. All right, yeah, you got decisions ahead of you. I seen that the other day. You was talking about you got to figure out what you're gonna do with your truck next year. You know, if it's I think you said it was a 2011. You know, I mean, shit, she's probably 10 years old by now, man. They need a little work when they get old. James Brown with it. You ain't lie. Yeah. Yeah, James Brown, man. I love James Brown. He's the man. He's the man. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here. I'm doing nobody no good, sitting here halfway asleep, rambling. I'm gonna get out and look and see if I can see some meteor shower being in downtown Boston. I don't think it's gonna be very good for that. A lot of light pollution. I mean, just from where I'm sitting, I can see 500 lights. You know, between the lights on these buildings, the lights in the parking lots. You know, I got a Hilton hotel over here. It looks like. So yeah, yeah. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. We're checking in sometime tomorrow, probably. Take care of each other out there. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I appreciate everybody's support. Thanks.